Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Ugh, good morning, more.
Your
What do you
journey
want?
is going well, it seems. One by one, you take your steps forward on this road. A supernatural awakening, a call to adventure, legs to carry you.
Those would be good book titles.
All of these are coming together. Accordingly, new powers needed for the journey seem to have awakened.
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
By my eyes report, there is one piece of equipment in the Gauntlet Runner that was created in ancient times. Something no longer crafted in this day and age. A divine relic. It contains ancient magic once thought lost. The power of teleportation. With proper use, its great power will turn your Gauntlet Runner swifter than any beast or transport on land. Most interesting. The reasons elude me, but you seem qualified to use this divine relic. I cannot imagine this is mere coincidence. Perhaps you are guided by an unknown hand. Now, try to imagine. Vivid, familiar scenery. Somewhere far from the land where you rest.
What's going on here?
What's with all the yelling? Wait, isn't this...
What? The royal capital? How? We were in Martira just last night.
Nueras? Surely you didn't drive us back here?
Are you mad? Don't you remember how many days the last trip took? You can't dash and roll pop over to the capital in a single night.
Wonder if this is the teleportation magic Moore was talking about.
What? So this is some magic you saw in a dream?
So this teleportation, it can just whisk us all back to the royal capital in a flash. Even the Gauntlet Runner came along for the ride.
It certainly did. And there might be a reason for that.
Do you know something?
She was custom made for the prince. When I wasn't there in the concept phase, when they gave me an odd gadget and said, make it work, I bloody well made it work. You saw it yourself, eh, my lad? That part all bound up in its heart. Last night, we caught it glowing. Then I wake up and find a proper hullabaloo. Damnedest thing. It only started glowing when you got close, eh? Maybe you were a trigger of some kind.
Maybe I am.
Yeah, maybe I am.
I cannot say I've heard of teleportation, and yet... Surely there can be no explanation for this other than magic.
Hold on. If we're back in the capital, that means we've got bigger problems. We're due back in Martira for the bounty. If it takes us days to get back, that's all our planning ruined.
If we magicked ourselves over here, let's bally well see if we can magic ourselves back, eh?
He makes it sound so easy, but... What do you think?
'Tis no small feat we ask, I know, but might you at least try?
Can I really use this teleportation magic? I'll just have to give it a try. Alright. Well, do you have any input about this stroll? What's going on? Whatever it is, I entrust it to you, Alexander. I've enough of missed deadlines in that road. You've got this under control. Yeah. Welcome back, ladies and gents. The name's Grimm, and it looks like we learned how to teleport. Hulkenberg? I can hardly follow such turns. I never thought His Highness the Gauntlet Runner would hold such a secret. I can hardly follow all this. Any input, Nueras?
Oh, dash it.
Well, you can knock me down with a feather. Always thought something was strange. I thought it'd be type igniter, but when I tried fueling it with magic, it was quiet as a mouse. I ran up and down the castle asking the other court engineers, but Nobody had an answer. Couldn't even tell who put the blasted thing into the design. It always seemed strange. That it did. Let me think of a place we've already been to.
Where to?
Martira, the old castle town. I'll focus on Martira as our destination.
It reacted! The lad really is the key to triggering it!
Oh, hey! Are you sure this is safe?
All we can do is trust him.
Holy shit, it worked.
Martira. They really are back.
I can't believe it. It feels just like when the king's magic caused that spectacle in the capital.
I'm gonna be honest, y'all, I thought we were about to explode.
In my eyes, it's the other way around. It's not powerful by virtue of being connected to the king or to the lad. Maybe it's that all magic is supposed to have potential of this magnitude. You've all got some powers that defy understanding too, eh? Gives one the sense that those sanctists preaching about needing igniters are wrong, or lying outright.
I suppose when you say it like that.
Speaking of sanctism, they'll not like this. A tool full of this kind of practical, unorthodox magic is against all their teachings. Why would the royals have had it?
Hold a moment. With this teleportation on our side, can we travel anywhere in the world with only a thought? If that's so, we may not even need a gauntlet runner at all.
What? You mean we could just magic snap ourselves to Brialhaven? Just like that?
Go on, try it out.
Okay.
No reaction.
I wish I could imagine it, but we've never been.
So we can't go somewhere we've never been before. Anywhere else you've been? How about Montario?
No. Commoners don't usually visit the 3 great cities.
Twould seem this power of travel is somewhat conditional. Best that we define its boundaries now.
So, in the end, the only places we can teleport to are the cities we've actually been to.
Well, thank you very much. Ha! Almost had me out of a job there, lad.
That would be a pity. You're great around here, Nueras.
Sounds like you've got to envision the destination in great detail for it to work. We'll need more than a glance out a window or a passing familiarity. And you have to focus for it too. Seems to take you a moment, which means it won't save us in a fight.
Not as convenient as it sounds, huh?
How so? Now we can return to the royal capital any time we need to restock. 'Tis useful enough as is, and the more places we travel, the more we can return to.
You're right. And now we can drop by to see Maria whenever we like. Put like that, it really is something impressive.
Even if we've no idea where it comes from, it should certainly prove useful.
Our next foe is a bounty, and we have a lot of preparing to do. We've got 3 days to go, so don't forget.
Got it. So, with that being said, we now have access to not only, well, Martira, since we're free, but also all of Grand Trad now that we can teleport. Subjugating Heisme. To capture Heisme, you must be well prepared. You can grow stronger by accepting quests around town, such as the Martira Recruitment Center. Now that your mission has begun, your base of operation has changed to Martira. Each time a new operation begins, the town you stay in will become your new home base. Your departure July 2nd. Try to be well prepared for it. Going to other cities. If you want to return to previous location, open up, such as Grand Trad, open up your map and then open up the world map. And then select which place you want to teleport to. Teleporting does not pass time. Do it as much as you like. Feel free to return to previous town to complete unfinished quests or meet followers or get some good loot, get some good stuff.
So?
Or like buy stuff, I meant. We're up against a strong opponent, so we better make sure we're as strong as we can get too. Speaking of, I saw some bounties at the recruitment center. Yes, but there's that suspicious pompous man over here. Seems like he's in a bit of trouble. Or are we?
Oh, my apologies. You're right there.
Yeah, fine.
That's a relief. Well, I'll be off now.
Huh, weird guy.
Hey, you sure you want to let that fellow go? He nicked something of yours just now when he bumped into you.
Oh shit.
No! Griez's dagger is missing.
It appears Griez's memento was stolen.
Let's chase after him. I don't see him anywhere. Jeez, how'd he disappear so fast?
Where can we find a clue that'll lead us back to the man who took Griez's memento? Let's try asking the guy who's told us it was stolen. Excuse me, pompous sir.
Come on.
Do you have any info? Hey you! That guy stole our dagger! Any idea where he went?
I may not. I have no reason to give you that information.
That's true, but I mean, that dagger's really important to us.
Is it? Well, you'll have to excuse me if I don't go lending a hand to everyone who puts one out.
Come on, not even a hint? This man seems to know something. How can I get him to help us? Now, if you're like me and focus on imagination during our ride over here, consider it a kingly investment. With my overflowing imagination, I pitch some appealing ways one might benefit from having a future king in their debt.
You, the future king. Now, that's quite the goal. You've either a bad swindler or you suffer from delusions of grandeur. But strangely enough, color me intrigued. Perhaps it wouldn't hurt to humor you a little bit. Yes, I should like to hear more. You want your item back, but I have a condition. You'll need to do something for me first.
Have you ever heard of Malvino's ring? Rumors say it's a cursed treasure that kills anyone who wears it. I happen to know of a certain noble who wants it, and I'd love for him to owe me a favor.
So you want us to get it for you? That's more of a hassle than getting the dagger back ourselves.
Then by all means do it yourselves. Yes, these swords are terribly crafty, but it's not impossible. Probably.
The way you talk almost feels like you've been in on this from the beginning.
Good one. We just happen to be in the same boat, so why not lend each other a hand?
All in the same boat, huh?
Well, the choice is yours. If I recall correctly, you're a candidate in the tournament for the throne, aren't you?
So you know us then.
Information is a powerful weapon, you see. Considering what I know about you, I'm offering you a good deal here. Mark my words. Once your dagger's sold off, it will be incredibly difficult to track down. But leave it to me, and I'll get it back before that. Of course, I'm no miracle worker, and the clock's ticking, so do make up your mind.
Damn, he is right. What should we do?
Fine. We'll hear you out. For now. The ring you mentioned, where's it located?
At a grave not too far from here. A day's trip in your runner, I'd wager. Word is there's monsters knocking about out there. Hence my request to the lad with the sword at his side. It's not all bad, though. You'll find good weapons, armor, and other golden things aplenty there.
You sold me.
I do recall hearing something about soldiers who died in the Annex War being buried with their equipment.
I assure you, it's well worth the trip.
We have to go through with this to get the dagger back. I'm having a hard time dealing with him, so I'll let you take over from here.
Sure, go take a walk. Glide?
Your fairy friend doesn't seem to like me very much. What say you, though?
I mean, if there's treasure involved.
Hopefully I find your ring amongst the treasure.
Thank you for making such a prompt decision. Call me Cuculus. The ring should be in the abandoned tomb. I'll thank you properly when you return with it.
Alright.
This one's important.
A dagger, a ring, and a rake. I need to find Malvino's ring. Cuculus mentioned it in the abandoned tomb. You mind if I just call you Cumulus? That's kind of a hard name. Plus your hair's the color of the sky. The informant at the tavern in Thoroughfare Square in Martira should have more details. Rank 4 out of 10. We get Greece's memento back, courage, and 15,000 reeve. Not bad at all.
I implore you.
Even with your Gauntlet Runner, it's a night's travel from Martira. A bit far, but commensurate with your compensation, don't you think?
And right there's a labyrinth.
So it'll take 2 days plus the rival Gauntlet Runner there.
I'll be waiting.
Okay. I should tell Gallica what happened. Don't worry, this didn't take up our time right now. Just a very important quest we gotta do. Oh, poor guy, there's anxiety-related people here too. Now listen here, I'm saying this for your own good, alright? You never know when the kidnapper's going to show up. So if we're gonna lie down, bite your eyes, man. Go somewhere safer. Even you wouldn't like getting kidnapped, I'll tell you that much. Are you trying to get yourself kidnapped? No, the guy actually seemed to care. Over here, not in front of, but well, basically in front of recruitment center, this gloomy youth. I cannot believe I'm going to lose my job over something that's not my fault at all. I don't know what's on your mind, but it looks serious. What's wrong? Oh, Fairy! Oh, and see, the mercenaries were here to hunt down Heisme. You lot came all the way here on that giant gauntlet runner. Okay, as far as your gauntlet runner goes, can you spare me a moment? Our town used to keep a great number of carrier pigeons so that we can maintain communication with other cities, but they were all requisitioned by the officials from the capital. Seemed like they need them for the tournament or some such, but we rely on those pigeons for trading medicine and foodstuff, so their loss threatened our very way of living. That's why we desperately need to procure a practical pigeon parcel from Komero by July 11th. But no one wants to go out with the kidnapper about, so I've got no volunteers. In addition to that, there's no end of beast they need to go through. As if I was pigeon's caretaker, there's a good chance I cannot keep my job if things continue like this. If that happens, I may as well lie down in the gutter and die like a dog.
Stupendous.
But that's where you and that runner of yours come in. Please save my job, or I mean the town. Yes. Of course I can't do the work for free. Let's see, it's 7,500 reeve enough for a road for ye. Leave it to me.
I'd so love your help.
Oh, thank you kindly. In that case, I'd like you to go buy one practical pigeon parcel for me. I'll need it by July 11th if you could. Here, let me show you where to get to Komero too. The merchant in Komero has got other rare goods besides eggs too, so I'm sure you'll find plenty of things there that'll be useful for your travels.
Let's give it a shot.
Quest start. Hatching a plan, the pigeoneer in Martira asks you to buy a practical pigeon parcel in Komero, village east of Martira, and bring it to him. We got 13 days. Pretty easy. And he gives us some noodles and 7,500 reeve. Not bad at all. Fortunately for us, it is a day's trip away. So this is Komero, huh?
That reminds me.
Isn't that the village Nueras we're talking about? Remember his story about the old man and the relic? We got the villagers about the old man if we go.
So?
We only have so much time to spare, but I guess if we stop by the village on our way to another task, it should be alright. On our way to another task. That is a thing. If I remember correctly, there was another area you could go to.
What am I to do?
Yeah, I'll think about it while we run around. Oh, by the way, I actually got lightheaded for a second during that. I was talking too fast. Anyways, now we can come by the recruitment center, and with everything going on, they need all the hands on deck. We gotta get on patrol, so I'm sorry, but we'll be closed on July 2nd to July 4th.
Take a look.
Oh shit, I just realized. They use the actual names for the months. While doing research for one of the topics, I literally thought, oh, they do it like how the Japanese do it. Like, it's the first month, second month, third month, fourth month, fifth, sixth, etc. all the way 12th. And that's literally in their name too. Since that's how the calendar does it. It does 6 months, or 22nd days, 6 months, yada yada. So that's interesting. Anyways. You're the one who take care of that bounty in Traded Desert, aren't you? I've heard the rumors.
What?
Traded Desert just south of Grand Trade, right? How'd you know that? Your capital's pretty far from here. Don't underestimate the military. Each city shares information on bounties. Though I'm not at liberty to tell you how we do
Good
it.
hunting to you.
Anyways, you can look up the list of bounties from across the country, regardless of where you are, and accept them too, so fight your hardest and clear them up, alright? Okay. So, we only have one other bounty other than Heisme. The Gaborn King. Forest Champion, I need to slay the Gabor King in the Imsten Isamatila. Defeating Gaborns in black may lure it out. The informant at the Visca Alba Tavern in Matida should have more details.
Don't go get yourself killed.
Is it a bounty contract for the Gaborn King? An impressive name if it was only Gaborn rabble he presided over. We're familiar with Gaborns. They're pretty common and easy to handle. Not quite. They'll attack you with swords and bows as well as magic. The boss won't come out until you dispatch the underlings. They're a bit tougher than you might expect.
Hey,
So, how about it? Do we need funds for infiltrating Heisme's hideout? We just need funds in general. Excellent! In that case, the Gaborns are skulking the Imp's Den northeast of Matila. When the king's not around, a magic-wielding Gaborn keeps order within the horde. Dig them out, and the big guy should appear. The mages wear black cloth. I bet you could get more information about the target from Matira's informant. Not fond of having to rely on them, but desperate times.
Good hunting to you.
Bring me the empty loincloth. Once you take care of them, in exchange, you'll get your reward. Quest start! The new king of the imps. I need to slay the Gaborn king in the Imp's Den east of Martira. Defeating Gaborns with black may lure it out. The informant at the Visca Alba Tavern in Martira should have more details. Perfect. And just a day's trip away.
let's see here.
So in the northeast forest, here it is. Apparently it's the Imp's Den.
And right
Seems simple
there's
enough.
a labyrinth.
A village.
And right there's a labyrinth.
With the reward, we can
Alright.
better prepare for Heisme. Let's hurry take care of these Gaborns. Sounds good to me. Thank you for your services. Alright. Now before we move on, we do have a few things to do. We'll buy from the water merchant tomorrow because of Idol's Day. However, that's not the only reason we should do that. Can we talk to you yet? Traveler, you find yourself in ignorance of the weather and thus subject to its winds. Fear not, I can tell you what clouds will come 2 days hence. Regional forecast. If you'd like to check the weather before traveling, speak with the fortune teller. They can forecast the region's weather for the next 2 days. And all for the low price of 250 reef. Honestly, what a steal.
Well,
Perfect, 250 reef. Now let's have a peek, shall we?
Let's see.
Where do you want to check the weather? Looks like all the weather fine down here. Over here it's fine as well.
Here's
Cool.
Where we are, and here's where we are now.
Trust me, this lady will be your greatest ally. Well, not a useful confidant to have. And all that. If you ever want to know which way the clouds are blowing, I'm here. Thank you, ma'am.
People missing.
We'll have a chat around with the locals later. However, in this area of Martira, there are quite a few activities to do. You have, if I remember correctly, it is 4. Right here, you can sit down at the bench and people watch and just look at the environment in general to raise your wisdom, such as in Grand Trad. However, this will provide you, I believe, with 3 pips of wisdom instead of the measly 2 in Grand Trad. Here's a good rule of thumb. Every time you have access to a new location, usually they'll have a place to upgrade all 5 of the royal virtues. Go to the newest one. Trust me, the newest one always provides you with the most. And like if we talk to the Mustari woman here, even though it's just another Mustari like the one we talked in Grand Trad, this one will provide you 3 points of tolerance instead of just a 2. If I'm remembering correctly. I'm just, the amount is what I'm trying to get correct. But if I remember, yeah, it should be 3 here. Over here, I'm not joking, they have bungee jumps here. Hang on just a minute, this is dangerous. Even protagonists wouldn't survive that drop. I'm not joking, they'll just, you can do a bungee jump to raise your courage, which is awesome, and your first renewable way to upgrade your courage. Over here, another elder. Looks like a rogue. Say, now that I get a look at you, do you happen to be an elder? Oh my word, are you indeed? And I must say, I wonder what's brought you here in these troubled times. Did you perhaps come bearing bread? How silly me. Now why would you? Bread? What are you talking about? Oh dear, you don't know the old tale? The one with the thief king and the elder's bread. It's a tale as warm as fresh baked bread, dearie. Would you like me to tell it to you? Oh, that sounds like a nice story. Maybe it'll give it the warm fuzzies. If I listen to her story, I think I'll hold my imagination.
What do you want to do?
Well, shall we listen to your story? I'm sorry, I'm busy right now. Oh, is that right? Well, you want to hear the rest? Come back and see me anytime. Over here, on the other side of the street at Cattle Road. I don't recommend travelers stopping there for too long. Lots of people have been kidnapped back there, but some of those kids that don't learn, they're still hawking their little wares. No wares you want to mind. I don't recommend going up there. Yeah, you're not the boss of me. I'm the boss of myself. That is true. Yeah, I want to say this is like the slums area. Yeah. It gets a bit dingier than the rest of the area. Good afternoon, lady. Ugh. Are you the help they sent for? Don't think they need an elder. What are ye doing here? Nothing around these part of old wells. What are ye up to? Damn. Even out here, I still get persecuted. Over here. Where are you going? That place is giving me a bad feeling. Let's head back. You know what? Fair enough. That guy is eyeing me hard back there. Just fly away on my sword. That place creeps me out. You good, man?
I guess it's
Hey there. You wouldn't be heading on into that well now, would you? I have been hearing cries coming from below. Makes me hair stand on ended thoughts to stay away. If you know what's good for you. Okay. Jeez. What, do you see some weird ghosts banging on some bongos down there? Anyways. Hey, kid.
Hey, mister.
Oi, long shanks! How do you like your Valmo? Turned roasted or stewed? Never had a Valmo. Jinx, why are you so boring? That's not gonna help us settle this. Maybe bugs give you willies, is that it? Suppose you don't want to be touching them either. Well, my bugs are fresh from these parts. Hey, the town's dangerous, but without trade, how's an urchin like me gonna pay for room and board, eh? You should be able to use it as bait when you're fishing too. They're tiny sills, but I bet I'd be natural. Won't be able to fish for quite a while, but they're nice to pick up now. Bagda, we could probably use them for fishing, but by the way, we have 0 right now. Do you want some? Yeah! Alright, many thanks, Chief. You're welcome anytime. I'll be waiting. It is kind of sad to see these kids like this. But hey, at least they're pretty decent entrepreneurs. Surprisingly, he's one of the few people you can even buy bait from, so if you'd like fishing a lot, you will be coming back to him often. And across the street is another... Is this a Parapus? Yes. A Parapus boy and a Parapus girl.
Excuse me?
Hey, Elda! Yeah, you, Mr. Elda! How do you prefer your Valmo? Roasted or stewed? Never had Valmo. Aye. Well, I recommend you a delicious Valmo stew. That juicy, slow-roasted flavors is what all the connoisseur grown-ups prefer. There now, what's at you right now, Mr. Elda? Want to do a little shopping? Ta-da! Rock beans! You can cook some yummy dishes with these. I also got friggin' spice and the hero's fruit seed. I'll suddenly also help me pour on ma. Come on, mister, buy it, come on. Poor girl. I'll buy 3 rock beans, actually. One few places we can get them from. Oh, I'll read her dialogue in a sec.
Can we talk?
And one of the few places you can buy fragrant spices too. Honestly, I felt so bad for these kids. When I first played, I almost always bought from here. Now, what's interesting? Hero's fruit seeds. I'll buy one of these. Basically, we don't have the ability to right now, but in the future, we'll be able to grow a small crop, mainly hero fruits, and you can grow them into Hero's Incenses, which you remember are to give your archetypes extra EXP. It's not going to be your main way of farming these, but it's like a nice little extra bonus.
Thank you, Miss.
Thanks, Mr. Elda. Come round again, okay? Anytime you like. Of course, kid. Thanks for the service. You okay, man? I like the axe. This place makes me a bit sad. Okay. That's basically all that's back in Cattle Racket Road. So let's head down up to Stairstone Market. Stairstone. So, the last place where you can raise your royal virtues in town. Oh, would you like that? It's a podium.
guess not.
Is now really the time to be giving speeches? I mean, it's a good idea, but you got work on your timing. So, when Gallica allows us, we can actually do a speech for the people. Make them believe that we are a worthy candidate for the throne. And every once in a while... Oh, is that one of the candidates over here? For top performance, you need top mechanics. Visit Caden Gauntlet Runner Workshop. What a... Is it Gauntlet Runner advertisement? She's using the tournament to make sales. Not because she wants a crown. Ugh, anything goes, I guess, but... Are there any normal candidates? I'm gonna be honest. She's a smartass. No, she is very intelligent. This is a great way to get more sales. However, she is one of the species we haven't seen yet. I'll go into them at a later date. However, what I was trying to say is that the candidates themselves can be at these podiums and you can speak against them. Usually they do it at the newest town because, hey, we're all trying to progress to the next town, and we all make pit stops. You can go up and go against them. It's a very heavy risk and reward benefit because if you counter argue with them well, you'll get a bigger boost of eloquence, but then you get a smaller amount if you don't do well. And also they act all cocky in it. And I reload always because I need to be a winner. Anyways, over here is King Rock. Oh, and speaking of being candidate for throne, check out what your archetype says after the big event with Forden. As of yet, thou art but a fledgling who has taken a mere single step. In time to come, we shall judge thou art a worthy vessel for our power. To become the true king of this land, thou must, on the course of thy journey, amass the souls of many heroes and display tremendous royal virtues. Remember, you're only in the running to be king for the sake of the mission. There's no telling how many formidable foes stand between us and Louise. Yeah, but what if I want the throne? The throne looks pretty comfy, you know? We'll shop at the meat shop tomorrow on Idol's Day, as well as the apothecary. However, this is a detail I forgot. I'll talk to the local man first. You got a new face? Or are you helper lad I heard about? I expect you to be an elder. My tribe doesn't matter. Oh well, I suppose you're right. Besides, I'm grateful for you slog all the way here in that massive gauntlet runner. Not that I doubt you or anything. If brought an opponent to you, then you have my support. No exceptions. You think a kidnapper's scary, but the Tithme fellow beyond the pale. Heard he can command illusions. Anything's possible when you're able to abduct folks right off the street. You better be damn careful is all. That's ominous. So, on the last Metals Day of the month, so the second to last day of the month, the 29th, every time the weapon and armor shop will be having sales. You might think, oh, that doesn't really matter. I can just wait till Idol's Day. However, on Idol's Day, you have a 20% discount. And hell, the shop here is telling you, at the end of the month, there's not just discounts on the day of rest, but on Metals Day too. You picked a good time to come by. If you check the weapon shop and armor shop, they have a 30% off discount now, which is an extra 10% off from, well, the usual from now then. From Idol's Day, which is a mere 20%. You might think it's not that much, but late game when everything's like almost 100,000, it'll help. It'll help a lot. Now, what's cool is that every time you find a new weapon shop in town, you can see like the weapons of upcoming classes, like the crossbow, daggers, a semaphore. Think of it as like a battlefield signal for high-ranking official in the army. However, and we can finally buy abacuses here. However, there's one that have a really big eye on. It costs a whopping 38,000. Well, on Metals Day, on the second last day of the month. However, this gives an all stats +2 and increases damage against mimic type monsters, and it gives over double the amount of attack for Alexander. We're slapping this bitch on now. Yeah. It's so pricey, but it's worth it. It's really worth it. Speaking of selling, let me sell a few more things. I'm just selling extra weapons we don't really need. Like, we don't need 9 iron great swords. Hell, we have the, what's it called? Dragon Judgment. We don't need any of these. Let's see. Digging around. Let's see, do I have any extra? 9,000 should be fine. I need some sort of weapon. Otherwise I can't protect my family from kidnappers. Poor guy. At least he's able to worry about protecting his family, you know? Good cause. I mean, it's more personal, but hey. Everybody needs to protect their loved ones. Now, in the armor shop, I did show it off yesterday. I don't think I can buy what I want to buy. Yeah, no. I want to buy reclusive clothes because I really like the evasion on it. And it's normally 20,000. I could afford it if I sell some more, but we need to buy other things and we need to worry about. We'll make money later. Oh, hopefully we can grind up so much that this won't even make a dent in my wallet. You want any recommendations? Just save up for the good ones. And Damascus vest is always good. I'm surprised though they don't sell any like actual armor here. They just sell, well, the vest, but it's more like a shirt and then a robe. Like no like plated armor or anything for like the knight and warrior classes, but they can wear the shirts and stuff, so it's fine. Other than that, I believe, yeah, we did a whole lap around town. Sick. So, now, let's do what we need to do for today. And then tomorrow, I guess we can chat around town a bit more before fighting some shit, I guess. Oh, and don't worry, I already checked. There shouldn't be anything new in Grand Trad right now, so don't have to worry about it. Well, we do have somebody to visit, but that's on another day. Hey, Stroll. Oh, sorry, just lost in thought. About your home?
I'm sorry.
Forgive me, it isn't subject to rush through in a place like this. Must be about Halia, his hometown. I should capture him next time we're on the move so we can discuss it at length. Interacting with allies along your journey. Traveling affords you opportunity to strengthen your bonds with allies. If an ally wishes to speak with you on the road, do try to make some time for them. I would love to do it right now with Stroll. However, if we speak to Hulkenberg in the inn... we made a promise to train together, hadn't we? On second thought, I prefer not to cross swords in town. No, it would be better to find a large, secluded place. A deck of a runner, perhaps? Come speak to me the next time we're aboard. I'll try speaking to her on her next trip. I really do like that, by the way. The game actually gives you a hint like, hey, if you want to advance your rank, then do a trip on the Gauntlet Runner. Like, don't worry about it until you get on the Gauntlet Runner, basically. And I love that detail, it's so good. Anyways, if we come to the informant, what is it? Something you'd like to know? Yes. Many things, actually. First, let's go about the ingredients in Martira. There are shops of all sizes in Martira. You can buy the medu meat and more iconic meat from the butcher and a specialty item called mellow milk from the water shop. In addition, there's some stands where children sell rock beans or fragrant spice and such. There's a village with Orgo sugar, and there was also kids selling plant seeds over there at Orgo sugar. Oh, there's a village not far off from here with Orgo sugar. There's also kids selling plant seeds over on Kralkak Road, though you can't eat those till you grow them. Martira has a fine selection of goods. The people are honest country folk who will be proud to sell you a variety of seeds and harvest. I received a scrap of paper inscribed with the information I just heard. I'll put it away to check it out later. Honestly, really good piece of info. Village trading, Martira. There's a town that eats here called Komero. It's a nice quiet place famous for their carrier pigeons. They got medicine and a bath salt called Fleeting Fountain Youth. Oh, they should sell Orgo sugar too. They also sell accessories with various effects when worn. Bet they're right useful to travelers like you. It's hardly a day's journey with a Gauntlet Runner. Why not pay them place a visit? I received a scrap paper inscribed with the information just heard. I'll put it away so I can check it later. How about the King of Instan? At first glance, it appears to be an ordinary forest, but journey in deeper and you'll find yourself in the Goborn Haven. Those creatures are clever enough to understand the strength that comes with numbers. Single Goborn is easily dispatched, but a horde of them, that is trouble. If you got business with the Goborn King who runs the horde of them, they're gonna want to take out the Goborns in Black Cloth. No weaknesses to speak of, but they love a good nap, and you can find some items to make them drowsy at the general store around town. That's how you fight them. You may already know, but don't go wielding staff, yeah? they'll go flying out the handle. Can't even control it. What else? There's also a giant insect called Vesp in there. They're apparently weak to pierce attacks. You best prepare yourself with a spear or a bow or something of that sort. That's about it. Be sure that you're well prepared before venturing to that place. See a scrap of paper inscribed with the information just heard. I'll put it away so I can check it later. What about the prize of the abandoned tomb? That one's actually pretty pricey. This though, get the info for this one specifically. The last one, you were partially told and we already knew about the sap, but this one, we got all new bullshit in here. If you heard about mountains of treasure, I think you best stay away. There's treasure there, sure, but it's home to some strange monsters as well. The one that poses a real danger in there is a treasure monster. That said, I can only guess at what it looks like. Apparently, they'll put you to sleep. You're in for a real bad time if they attack you while you're snoozing. Rumor has it, there's some accessory that can prevent falling asleep. They sell them at the dodgy Glomhall shop over in Grantrad. Also, the beast is said to be drawn to money. Some witnesses claim that they're able to escape it by tossing coin at it. Now I heard somewhere out there that there are skills that use money. If you had some of those, the fight might go smoother. Lastly, it's called a treasure monster for a reason. As I said, I carry some particularly desirable loot with it. If you get a chance, you should try stealing from it. I received a scrap of paper inscribed with the information just heard. I'll put it away so I can check it later. Great info around. Honestly, I feel like it's in much here where it shows that getting the info from the informant is spectacular. Now, before we head on the Gauntlet Runner, just take a swig of this pitcher, see if you get lucky. The water was crisp and refreshing. Obtain 20 magla. Ah, damn it. This golden beetle's gonna take a few days.
Alright then.
Alright. Well, that was Martira. We saw a good chunk of it. Not all of it. We'll stop by a few more shots. We'll stop by a few more shots, mainly to meet and water place later, and just talk to some locals a little on other days. However, we still got a busy day ahead of us.
What are the gods doing?
Now we run down here. We can actually just hop on the Gauntlet Runner. This is the first time we've really been in it while it's been still. Now, if you want to embark on the Gauntlet Runner, you just gotta visit the round table in Gauntlet Runner, and there you can view the map of the surrounding area and arrange your journey. Discuss your plan with your allies as you decide where your travels will take you next. Anything to add to that, Nueras? Oops. Misclick. The cockpit appears to be up above there. Yeah, I should stay away for now. Remember, we can't leave our windows open when we park in the city. Can't afford to let any passing gawkers get in and find all our secrets. So you have some business with me.
How far?
Damn, I actually yawned. Damn it, Nueras.
Once I get out of the driver's seat, I feel too tired for much else.
We're planning on an outing. The old girl and I are ready at any time. Can't go anywhere 2 hours away, of course, since we're still waiting for the sand flash. We're ready to go anytime you are. Well, I say that's now. Since it seems some of our allies want to talk on the Gauntlet Runner,
Now point us toward the
I've been waiting, ready to move out. Where to? Well, why don't we check the status party? The exhibition's on the July 31st, which necessitates that we hunt down Heismay before then. Or necessitates, bleh. This Heismay's meant to be a talented fighter, right? Be quite the irony if we lost our heads while trying to take his.
If so,
Then should we hone our skills before we take him on? We've got some time until the exhibition, so we have a bit of leeway for some training.
Yeah.
Wouldn't hurt to build up some funds for our journey either. There must be some place outside the city where we can do both. Yeah, so we go to the route map. Travel days! Be sure to check the weather and travel time before you depart. When heading to a distant dungeon, you may need to spend a time at encampment and resume traveling the next morning. The night after exploring a dungeon, you can choose to stay the night there or teleport back to town.
Now then.
Now how far do I run her, eh? Or just head down to Komero.
that's where you want to go.
Yo man, that Nueras is looking for us there. Let's make the place a visit for him. There's a reward involved. It could be a help us with our investigation against Heismay. Want to go? We should be there by midday. Can we make it back by tonight? But of course! So long as we don't dilly-dally, that is. Alright, let's go. Okay, here we go. Don't forget, stay alert till we get there. Ooh, that's such a cool animation!
The Gauntlet Runner heads off toward a small farming village, and each shuddering step reminds them of their journey's purpose.
What to pick?
I hear a voice. I am stagnating. I need to train. Hulkenberg comes to mind. Maybe I should go talk with her. That we shall do if I can find her. Hulkenberg. Ooh, actually, let's check the pantry. Haven't done that in a few days. Anything good? Hell yeah, some pristine, clear water and morricone meat. I wonder who left them. Windows we really didn't have much of. Oh, and don't forget, tomorrow we gotta use the restroom before we head to the dungeon. Okay. So, oh, plus, we can actually see, once this loads, the actual town we're passing by. Not Komero, but hey. I don't know, that's such a cool detail. Depending on where you go, you'll actively change what you see on terrain. I mean, it's a detail that should be in most games, but I don't know. I like it. Like it a lot. Stroll's suffering and Hulkenberg's bored.
Are you free?
What else do we do today? What are the specifics to be prudent to use our time in improving our chances and building our strength?
Speaking of,
We made a promise to train together, hadn't we? The deck of the runner seems spacious enough. I should think I'd swing safe from any harm doings in the open air. If you have the time, shall we begin? Please, let's. Commendable enthusiasm. Let us send for Stroll as well. Never any harm in sharpening our skills, I say.
you see?
A great fundamental swordplay oft overlooked is finding time to reflect upon yourself. Both you have faced life or death combat. Imagine you have some grasp of your greatest strength by now. I am good at saying versatile. My strength is that I'll give any tactic a try.
I see.
You've commendable skill and confidence in match. Very well, let's begin training with a warm-up. First, show me your beast walk.
Halt.
Come now, don't just stand there. Let's see your beast walk.
Huh?
A beast walk being what exactly?
At the ready.
You walk on both hands and feet, of course, like a beast. Now begin. Okay. What the hell are we doing, and why? Free your mind of distracting thoughts, Stroll. Ignore your limbs crying out for reprieve. The pain is making us stronger. Is it though? So it'd be best to continue this into tomorrow, if only to correct the shameful form of yours. But we must move on. Now, the horned lizard stance. What? It's a plank.
Are you serious?
He's subjugating us to more of this? Is he trying to kill us?
Don't fret.
Stroll, you're breathing erratic. Center yourself. Find calm and you'll find you can bear even boulders as if they were pebbles. I don't feel good. Oh my god, Stroll, no, he's dead. Now to the swordplay proper. Is it your first time using a sparring sword? Yes. You can land but a single blow on me, I'll concede. You needn't hurry, there's no blade on the sword. We'll continue until you manage it. Okay. The ferocious strikes broke our sparring swords.
Very well.
It broke mine. Not ideal. Oh well, we shall make do. What? Holy shit. She's crazy. Wait, what? Hold on. Your vote will never wait when asked. You'll be giving your utmost effort even in training.
At the ready.
Come, Alexander. Do you care nothing for the success of our mission? Push me harder.
Come on, then.
Yes, push me harder. Ready? I'm sorry, that's such a dumb thing to laugh at. Well, commendable vigor, Alexander. Perhaps you do have what it takes.
Hold it.
Cool your head, Hulkenberg. You hurt yourself in training, that solves nothing. You'll kill over before you can even get into any real fighting.
Sorry.
Yes, I suppose you're right. I apologize. It's not like I don't understand your passion, but you could afford to go a little easier on us. Was the training excessive to the rigorous regimen Rodanthe and I once shared? Had Rodanthe being the man we met at capital the other day, once my peer, now commander of the Royal Knights. His words linger in me. I cannot seem to shake them. I have no clinging attachment to my previous position or stature as knight, but... And I left that post to do my own mission. Pride of my station be damned. Yet for all my searching, I never found the prince. For long seasons, I wandered aimless and leisureless. He calls me fallen. How can I blame him? How can I deny it? Well, this isn't like you. This isn't like you at all, Hulkenberg.
I see.
Then you too see my faults. When I left the capital, I did so with the sole purpose of helping the prince, but at times I can't help but think. Perhaps I could have done more if I'd remained there as a knight. Perhaps there may have been a better path. But let us speak no more of what is. I've no intention of changing my path now. Together, we shall move forward for the prince. I can sense Hulkenberg's knightly resolve and deep trust. The steadfast vassal, Hulkenberg, keeper and inheritor of the knight's virtues. A new heroic embodiment slumbering within thee has come to blossom through thy bond. Bear this new power, foster this connection, and by their strength, fulfill thy destiny. Rank up.
And now, to walk this path at your side.
And I walk it with thee as well. At rank 3, Hulkenberg allows you to unlock the Magic Knight archetype, an evolution of the knight. We'll do that. We'll deal with that at a later date.
However,
well, we no father with broken swords. Let us end our training here for now and buy replacements when we can. Sounds good to me. Say, Alexander, feeling hungry after our efforts? Here, take one of these, a dried caterpillar. Rich in vital nutrients. Perfect for post-training cooldown. Don't let petty labels like insect dissuade you, okay. Doing our best to negotiate around the proffered caterpillars. We return to the others.
The party at last arrives in the village of Komero, a small farming settlement southeast of Martira. Blessed by the mild climate, its ranches produce fine fare, and to take in its idyllic landscapes is to be at peace, as time itself seems to stop. It gained a reputation for its rare and wondrous goods, brought there by merchants in their longing to return. As though welcomed by the grazing animals, the gauntlet runner stops gently.
Ah, what a quaint little town! Looks so pretty. Pure. This is the place. This is more barren than I imagined. The kind of village one will only visit in the most dire circumstances, I'm sure. Oh, come now. The air's clean and there's no sign they've been attacked by humans, really. What more could you ask for? In fact, gazing out all this green, I find such peace. I can hardly think of raising my sword again.
Fine.
Stroll, please.
Come on.
Hey, guess what? I found the village shop.
That reminds me.
By the way, you want to ask about the old inventor? You know, the old man with the relic that Nueras was looking for? Why didn't Nueras lead the runner then? Shouldn't this be a happy reunion? Who knows? Though I thought I heard a mother. Old goat's probably dead or something like that.
Hey.
Excuse me, there's an old inventor living in this village? An inventor? Hold on, you don't mean the Iska Kodra with the bad leg? Well, I'll be damned. Never thought anyone would actually show up. I'm sorry to say, but he passed away not too long ago. Quite suddenly. But you know him, did you? So, here. This is for you. Glass ornament? What is this? An igniter. Never seen such a shape. Couldn't tell you. Having the foggiest what happens to this inventor's heads. An inventor's head. He just told me to give it to anyone who came asking about them. Heard he used to be famous in the royal capital, but he developed a fondness for this place and our sky burial ritual. Oh, let me give you this too. The inventor's journal. And in blazes is this? Can't make out a single word. Where's a language like this come from? No clue. Maybe Nueras knows? Either way, we'll tell him what we learned. Well, hey, I want to do some shopping first. Can I do shopping? Ah, damn it. After I handed him what I got from the village, Nueras fell into the silent inspection.
He's been like that for a while now. Wonder if he's all right.
I knew it! This thing's the genuine article, a real bona fide lost relic in my hands. Some sort of power affecting the air around it, trace amounts only, something, a reaction. A reaction entirely unlike Magla, by God. Absolutely smashing! Beyond my wildest hopes. No bloody idea how to use the thing, but if I can just adapt this conduit here, huh? Can't forget a masterpiece like this! I say, lad, did you find this for my sake?
Of course, we wanted to help, and you looked like you were becoming depressed.
We wanted to help you out, Nueras.
Why, I'm very well touched. It positively jokes a man up. You may be just a lad, but you've the heart of a saint. And that old fella seems silly to ask, but he's long gone, isn't he?
Yes. I'm sorry.
Hey, why did Alexander shake? Oh, like, no, I'm sorry.
Thought so. You can fight the years, but you can't beat them. He made good on his promise, though, eh? It's in my hands now, old man. What's that?
Something from the village. It's written with some letters we can't understand.
Ah, a cipher. Mirror letters, see here? It's a script I use myself when I don't want any snoop stealing my inventions. Now I think of it, he's the one who taught me even that trick. Thanks, old man. I owe you a great deal. Thank you.
Quest cleared! And you're welcome, Nueras. I gave Nueras a glass ornament and inventor's journal we attained in Komero, and he gave us some hero's incense for it.
So what is it? Blueprints for a big secret invention?
No. This is research on the lost relics. Looks like the old fellow was hunting for others. Different cipher here. He tried to guess at locations, too. Looks like his chase ended when he lacked the means to follow his findings. Say, I've a grander favor to ask. Could you check around for more of these lost relics? Looks like the old man worked out a few other locations. There's 7 more relics noted down in this journal. I've got to see them all with my own eyes. A quick stopover or 2 in our travel should be all it takes, so, please?
Leave it to me.
Right. Leave it to me.
Appreciated. We're in this journey together, what?
I can feel Nueras' passion for relics, as well as his faith in me. Ah, put her there.
The free-hearted engineer, Nueras. Within him dwells the virtue of the gunner. Nurture thy bond with him, and a new power yet slumbering within thee may awaken.
I'm ready to kick my feet up, lad.
Well, lucky you, I'm the one running around. I'm gonna be completely honest, I forgot what number Nueras is at this point. I think like 7th or 8th follower. He gives you the gunner archetype. A really debatable upon archetype, if it's great or not, but I like it when it's useful. And I'll show it off whenever we can.
You said it'd only take a few stopovers. But do you even know where they are?
Well, they're scattered all about, Michael. If we could crack the cipher, that'd narrow down our search range a tad. I'll leave this journal here. If I can crack any of the codes, I'll make a special note of it. So you just take a look when you feel like a spot of treasure hunting.
Okay.
This one's important.
Quest start. Relic search, inventor's bequest. Find Nueras' coveted relics. I don't know where they are, but I should look for clues in the notebook he keeps on the pillar in the engine room to help with my search. Reward 10 heroes incense, 2.5
Hey,
difficulty.
I was thinking this back at the village, but I think I might be able to detect this relic with my powers. I'll know if I'm close to it. When you want to hunt for relics, can you let me know?
Yeah. Seems like Gallica can sense where relics are. I should search the area if she brings it up. I love this edition a lot, honestly. You'll already know, with the context clues, you'll know where a relic is already with the journal. However, Gallica will confirm like, hey, here? Yes, it is here. Look for it. Here. But she won't be like a homie thing. Basically, at the entrance of a dungeon, she'll say, hey, I think there's a relic here. She won't tell you where, she won't indicate if you're getting closer or farther from it, she'll just say, there's one here.
Thanks, you two. I'm rather looking forward to digging deeper into this.
And I think that's a perfect amount of guidance. Because, like, yes, it is here, but you gotta go find it. You gotta figure out the puzzle to find it, you know what I mean? And I think that's perfect. Anyways, good working with you, Nueras. I left Nueras to be immersed in his work and return to the village with Gallica. Okay, perfect, we can buy stuff here. Well, now that we can unlock the gunner archetype, this should be fun. However, it's a calm, peaceful place, this village. That is its charm, isn't it?
Okay then.
Let's stop by the shop since we're here already.
Reminds me.
By the way, weren't you going to ask to buy a practical pigeon parcel? Wonder if they sell that here. Let's see. And key items, yes they do, for only 500 reeve. Not too pricey. And they sell a lot of charms. They sell gamblers, couriers, guards, witches, and squires accessories, which is, we already have some of these. They improve strength, magic, endurance, agility, and luck, respectively. However, they also have a soothing vial filled with soothing resin of a fragrant Malnovan tree, prevents rage, and a polarity magnet, stone that utilizes magnetic energy to improve circulation. Which, let's see. Yeah, prevents paralysis. Very nice. God damn, the sugar's expensive. They sell Magla pills. Gimme. Alright, let's sell a few things. Yeah, I'm finally selling my damn trophies. That's the drops we got from humans. Look, I'm a prideful guy, but I like advantage more. Anyways, I'll take 2 fleeting fountains in use. I'll explain what these do later. Actually, just give me 1. I'll buy 5 of these. This hurts. This hurts. I believe we will do a second visit here because there is a road, or there is something further down the road that's not accessible to us. So we can stop by again, pick up more ingredients and this stuff. However, a good rule of thumb, you usually go only to the village once, so if you want to buy something, buy it then and there, or else you have to use a day to travel back. Anyways, other than that, what do you want to ask about? The village? This village is mostly known for its agriculture, livestock, and carrier pigeons. There are some terrifying rumors about Martira, but this is a nice and peaceful place.
I see.
It would appear this village wasn't targeted. It was probably too remote. One thing to note here is that we still practice sky burials. Their memorial service held... Okay, I can't... I was about to hiccup there. Held so the soul of the deceased can ascend to the skies and soar like a bird. Sanctism doesn't have the same hold out here as it does in the capital. Some say we're a paradise for the perished. Where do you can be laid to rest as you please. What do you want to ask about? And also, I think that voice hurts my throat too much. The tournament.
Amazing.
Did you hear? What is that? Anyone now has a chance to become king? It's absurd. What kind of fool would volunteer himself for all that trouble?
Whoa.
You never know. Maybe there's one closer than you think. What do you want to ask? Small talk.
Is it?
Humans? Never heard a thing about them here. But we're attacked. I heard Count Louise will hunt them down for us. Don't count on rumors. At the end of the day, you need to be prepared to defend your own life. What do you want to ask about? Never mind. That is it for this area. Yeah. Oh, and if you're wondering, no, I don't believe Idol's Day affects villages, if I'm remembering correctly. Well, we got what we came for. What should we do now? Let's go back to base.
Okay then.
You want to use teleportation magic? Okay, let's get going. Sure, let's go. Another sick-ass animation. Now, fortunately for us, since we didn't go to a dungeon, that only took up our day. We still have the evening to hang out. Spending time at night. Addendum. You can travel safely between towns at night using teleportation magic. Don't forget to keep an ear out for your followers' voices. And free nights. Even on days where you return from a trip, you still have free time for activities at night, as long as you haven't gone into a dungeon that day. Back to Martira Tavern. Real quick, can I drink from the pitcher again? I'm just here. The atmosphere here is definitely different at night. Want to take a look around? You need help, but that's what I'm here for. Jug's empty. Okay, it's only once a day kind of thing. Hulkenberg, what's up?
Yes.
I can imagine we can handle these sandworms, but it'll do us good to consider other methods of drawing closer to Luis. This downtime might be a fine opportunity to build our renown. They'll find it harder to ignore our names with deeds to back them up. Looks like I was doing quests for the people here, which we've already been doing. Now, at a majority of the bars here, you'll find elegant performers.
Young man.
I can tell by the look in your eyes. Sir, must you be a traveler, aren't you? If I'm correct, then please tell me of a place you've been to, and then for the pit of 250 reeve, I can bring your travels to life through my music. So you can talk about a place and you turn that memory to music? Ah, so it's not just performance, but it showcases magic as music. Want to have him perform for us? Sure, why not?
Pleased to hear that.
Then I have but one question. Across the whole of your travels, what locale has etched itself into the forefront of your memory? So far, just a Grand Trad. I see a Grand Trad, the capital of the kingdom, and the most prosperous city in the land. Its main street is lined with luxurious bouquets, and beyond that lies a bustling and lively marketplace. Watching over the lively scene of the Grand Cathedral, yet as majestic as it is, there are places where the prestigious gates of sanctism does not reach. A city of glory unlike anything else in the world, where the dazzling vivid lights cast shadow of the deepest darkness. Now, listen to my song. What a beautiful melody. That is an lute, I believe. Well, basically it's his instrument's version of the theme of the city. It's very pretty. I'll just stay here for a minute. Hell, maybe I should just start using this to end the episodes. Smooth transition, all that. That was a nice melody. As I listened to the performance, I thought about all I seen. Don't worry, this doesn't take up time.
Gone to shite, this has.
Alright, now, before we got a few more things. We got a lot more things to do today. Today's like gonna be one of the busiest days for us. Tomorrow we're gonna be fighting a lot, and hopefully an important person will be free either tomorrow or I prefer the day after, but we'll see. Anyways, with the little parcel, we can come back to the gloomy youth over here.
Hello,
Is that the parcel pigeon? Practical pigeon parcel. Oh, you really got it for me. Yeah, these are for you.
Stupendous.
Thank goodness. I'll put these in the incubator right away. A magic igniter will have them ready to hatch in a snap. Requisitioned pigeons are being used to relay news about the tournament. I can't tell you how much a pain in the arse it's been for our city. But if we've got to have a new king, I suppose there'll at least be somebody who put a stop to these pushy nobles ruining our lives over their whims.
You saved my ass.
Well, for the time being, these eggs should take care of our needs and then some. I really must thank you.
Mission accomplished.
Hell yeah, it is. We got some noodles and 7,500 reeve. Not bad at all. And look at that, our popularity rank rose by almost 100 points, damn. Wow. You sure you're okay giving us that much?
Brilliant.
I insist. These pigeons are lifeblood of the city. Everyone was generous in pitching in. If anything comes up, you'll be the first person I look for.
You?
Hey, we're happy to help, but we're not exactly an off-jobs agency. Unless the pay's good. That's right, Gallica, unless the pay is good. Thanks to you, I'll have a flock of carrier pigeons again. They'll all hatch without issues, so the problem's solved. The pigeons are back, thank you. Good for you, kid. Now,
where was
I feel Mort's presence. He's gonna ramble to us for a while. We haven't... Well, he rambled to us this morning, huh? Forgot about that. Why, that's a new archetype. Why did I ask you for a demonstration? That you shall, because your quest right now is, in fact...
Hello.
To provide us... Or to... Actually, is it strictly to Alexander? Research. My assignment for you was to learn the gunner. But it seems you're still working on that.
Counting on you.
You haven't yet acquired a gunner. Perhaps you'll need to form a bond with someone more mechanically minded? Oh, we've already done that. I do want Hulkenberg to stick with the knight for a bit longer. Stroll, I want to start working on the warrior for him, and it will be useful up ahead. So, Alexander, take it.
I see.
For 1500 Magla, one of our party member can learn the gunner. For Alexander, recovers HP each time an enemy is stunned or defeated in overall comeback. Huh. Similar to the healer, actually. Synthesis. Well, we'll do all this later. God, I've been meaning to talk about the archetypes, but we're so busy. Anyways, what's interesting about them, they mainly focus on piercing attacks from the back lines, which is really intriguing. Which means they bypass the disadvantage of staying in the back with decreased attack in their attacks. But hey, that's why I find it to be useful sometimes, but they do have a few drawbacks, and we'll talk about them later. Anyways, the gunner. Those are the archetypes you sense from Nueras' way of life.
This right here.
It's a heroic embodiment that a trailblazer who used the technology and innovation to forge a path ahead. In the name of the people, it will serve and hearten.
Right.
1500 Magla is required to channel the gunner for the first time. Do you want to awaken it? Yes, please.
I'm counting on you.
That's the power I seek.
Of course.
Then so be it. By shared resolve and honor creed, take new form as a gunner. I hear the voices of past hero souls. O worldly heart who tempers anxiety into strength. As thou art prepared to strive for victory, even from a distance, I shall bestow upon thee our soul, the soul of the gunner.
Really?
So this is the power of the gunner's soul. I shall pierce through enemies at a range. I will not avert my eyes, not from the fight and not from reality. The gunner archetype has awakened. You now change archetypes from the main menu.
I found new power.
We're not putting that on. It's nice, but we got other stuff to worry about. Oh, and while I'm here, boop. Wait, no, you're putting on MIDI right now. Yeah, it should be fine. Alright, after we do that, if we talk to more...
True to form.
I take it that you finished studying the gunner for me. I could stand to learn from such an insatiable spirit of inquiry.
Incredible.
Quest clear! Moore's task, chapter 1, ordeal. I studied the gunner archetype, completing my assignment for more. 5 hero fruits and some imagination.
Alright.
Thank you. Oh god, it barely boosted it at all. Not even 10% of the way there. Well, he's pretty good, isn't he?
Yes.
So he is. Thanks to him, my thoughts are finally in order. While researching, I looked into where this place might truly be. I suspect we also consider why it was that the king imprisoned me here in the first place. More likely it was because my archetype research was nearing a truth that the king would prefer remain hidden. I forgot to bring up more questions. One more second. Where is it? Wrote in my book for a reason. Okay, here we go. And it's any answer, of course it is. An intriguing theory.
What's that about?
That's an intriguing theory.
Alright.
Archetypes were forbidden by sanctism to begin with. It is a mighty power after all. I'm sure they saw it as a threat, and rightly so, especially if wielded freely by the people. Even now, research on it is forbidden. Presumably, the king reasoned that I've locked me up in here. I could contribute no more. And so I continue my research day after day. With no results to show for it, stuck in this place, continuing on in circles, just as he designed. I speak of it nonchalantly now, but in truth, those days were some of the hardest I've known. How can a man endure such failure and solitude and remain sane.
But...
However, through my fantasy novel, I found a connection to you. You who shares my dearest ideals. I doubt the king could have expected such a twist as this. The wheels of fate have slowly begun to turn.
It's conceivable.
Only when my research on archetypes on transformation magic is complete and immaculate, only then might I escape the king's curse and leave this place. You should answer, I'll help you. Wait. Then I'll help you.
Oh.
The longer I dwell in this lonely place, the more your words of support touch my heart.
Regards.
I'll count on you as before, as a comrade in this vision and an ambition. I feel more deep gratitude and trust. The scholar in secret utopia, more. Within him dwells the virtue of the seeker. No. Through thy shared bond, a new heroic embodiment slumbering within thee has come to blossom. Bear this new power, foster this connection, and by their strength, fulfill thy destiny. At rank 3!
You are the key to escape.
More will provide you the ability to learn the Magic Seeker. Magic Seeker archetype unlocked. You can now study the Magic Seeker in academia. Try seeing what new powers await you. We'll do that at a later date.
Now then.
This foreign thing, joy. Of course it's drew me, but you need a power to pose more hardship. Study the heroic embodiment of the merchant. The growth of a heroic embodiment will refine your virtues in turn. I hope this task will prove meaningful to you.
This one's important.
More tasks, chapter 2, Solitude. To nurture the strength I need to challenge Luis the Archmage, I should raise a merchant archetype to rank 15. This can be completed by anyone. We're 2/3 of the way there. Half. Yeah, 2/3 of the way there. I believe in you. I trust that you'll fulfill your promise to me. I definitely will. Oh boy. Ooh, today's been a busy day. After that, let's head on out. Do you wish to leave this place? Let's go back to reality, please. And I bid you farewell, and good luck. Thanks, More. I'm gonna be completely honest, I don't even know what to do right now. For the evening, I mean. Cause like, nobody's free. Isn't Nueras? No, Nueras only ranked up when we do that. So I guess let's go do Raise of Royal Virtue. Let's see if anybody is arguing
Alright then.
At the podium. It's always nice to have a chat with the other candidates. Now the chat, I mean almost a full-blown argument depending on who we're talking to. Let's see. Nope, nobody. And I'm not in the mood to raise eloquence right now though. We have two... we do have two things that'll help us raise our royal virtues. There's our courage, so... Which royal virtue I want to raise? I'm thinking either imagination, since we always need imagination. However, tolerance could be nice. Since I haven't really been cooking lately. Thing is, I really do want to show off this lady's... No, but we're on the No, we'll do that and then that. Yeah, screw it. Let's raise tolerance. We're gonna need more of it pretty soon.
My.
Oh well, I find it rather remarkable you speak to me. With the recent incident, I imagine you'd be a bit more cautious. Yes, people reject when they do not understand. That is, they reject us. They push us and foreign religion away. But I'm not a sanctus. No, but thing to proclaim so boldly in public. Must admit, you pique my interest. Well then, shall we have a chat? A discussion on faith in the heart of a sanctus town. A Musari perspective on sanctism? Learning more about the Musari thought on the matter may help us better support those in need, right? Understanding different culture and a point of view could help improve my tolerance. Want to spend some time listening to her? Yeah, I want to hear. I'm pleased to hear it. Well then, let's go elsewhere to talk. Have you been to Kriegante Castle? If so, then you must have met the Sanctoress. so you already understand how deeply the state religion sanctism is rooted in Martira's history. Yet we Mustari have a faith all our own, and as such, we are scorned in this town. Though you would hardly be different elsewhere. Though that would hardly be different elsewhere. Your religion, is it in opposition to sanctism somehow? For our part, we're happy to be left alone to practice our faith. But sanctism does not appear to share this viewpoint. What are the Sanctus goals? What do the Sanctus really want? To be the sole faith and overseer of the country or something. I imagine heretics like us are simply hindrances to that plan. Are you well versed in Sanctus dogma? O ye born with sin in your heart, through adherence to the faith you must atone. The word "logere" is an affirmation asking for forgiveness. In other words, entrust all your worries to God and ask for his forgiveness. Rather, the perfect doctrine for controlling a population, isn't it? Heterodox faiths like ours are inconveniences not only to a religious level, but on a national one as well. That's why you two ought to exercise caution. If you openly oppose sanctism, who knows what could happen to you? Why, even the tournament itself is perhaps another of their measures to ensure our future oppression. I learned about the connection between sanctism and the Mustari tribe. I feel improving my understanding of a different culture has increased my tolerance.
Now then.
Like I said, you raised 3 points instead. Ooh, and that barely puts us over to raise our tolerance to open-minded. Tolerance is one of the virtues a ruler must possess. If thou aspire to true sovereignty, take up a mantle of benevolence which shall spur thee to aid thy people. A conqueror needs that precious kindling with which a follower's passions may be inflamed.
If it pleases you.
Do come speak to me again sometime? That is, you have further entrance into Mustari. Of course, but that'll be for another evening. And with that, ladies and gents, we shall finally end the episode here. We were super busy today. We got multiple... God, we ranked up 3 times. And one of our royal virtues. And wow, we did a lot. And we learned teleportation on top of that. Tomorrow, we shall be heading to Imps' Den. It will be a busy day, but mostly just for grinding and conquering over the bounty. So until then, I hope to see all you wonderful ladies here tomorrow. Goodbye!